Alright, abusia for babu nyina kwaba. Yam kwahwe emre John Dramani Mahama ekopie mu ewo Saglami housing project. As amre na almost completed. John Dramani Mahama edi nani kwahwe Saglami housing project. Yenhwe ho video.
President was in Saglame, Dodowa, as part of his Accounting to the People tour of the Greater Accra region. The 5,000 Saglame housing unit has been one of the key projects by government in their quest to cut down the housing deficit of the country. Ghana's housing deficit is in the excess of 1.7 million. This government is seeking to reduce. Currently, the first phase of the project is completed with over 700 housing units ready. President Mahama, after inspecting the project, announced the construction of additional 2,000-acre industrial enclave to make Saglame economically viable.
I've just inspected one of the units, a beautiful 2-bedroom unit. And it is nice for a small couple who have just started life. I've had discussions with the contractors, and what they're trying to do is to bring the price as low as possible and make it affordable so that as many people as possible can afford. Just down the street, we are starting a new industrial free zones enclave, and we're hoping that textile companies, electronic companies, heavy industrial companies will all locate there so that they create jobs for the people in this area.
Earlier, the president was at Ada to inspect the construction of new town roads from Kise to Adafo. The construction of the road is expected to bring some comfort to the people in the area since it had been in a deplorable condition for some time. The president later made a stopover at Anyamam, where he interacted with the chiefs, fishermen, and market women.
We're sealing the road with asphaltic concrete so that it will give it a longer lifespan and make it able to carry the kind of traffic that is coming here. If you remember, 2013, we took a decision as ministers of state and presidential staffers to contribute 10% of our salary into a fund and use that fund to build, chips compounds across the country. One of the first chips compounds we are building using the contributions made by myself, ministers, and our presidential staffers is here in Adan.
Earlier, he visited the $250 million Tema ICT Park, which is a partnership between Ghana and Mauritius. Spearheaded by the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, it is expected to create about 5,000 jobs for young graduates in ICT. The multi-purpose facility comprises technology buildings and business offices.
Debia Mekase. Ye Mahama bro. Ye di yankasa ye hwa bro. Because sometimes I sit down to think say eye den na Mahama eye sa nyuma we nyina na Ghana for to tia Mahama eye den. What happened? What went wrong? Say eye den pa na John Dramani Mahama eye sa nyuma we nyina na so Ghana for to tia no. Hey, serious. And Ghana ha one of our biggest problems are a housing problem. That is why John Dramani Mahama was building the Saglame housing project. Over 5,000 units of housing. Now, Mahama AC, they are supporting the housing crisis in Ghana as at now. And as someone Ghana ha say rent boy ding. Hey, say the cost of living rent. Hey, Chairman Jai Ghana say the Jayo. Single room self-containing. Say crab 1,500 for unya bimpo no han. E do krampo ye che to krobin baby pantani abokobi. E na obenya bi han. Within Accra na Nkasa city na Nkasa unya bi no han. You guys are complaining. Enunti e na John Dramani Mahama AC Saglame housing project. Mahama e ka be 10% pay. Na Mahama ewiesa just a 10 kradoson be 5% pe na ka Mahama ewiesa project no Ekufuado ene ba me ban bae 8 years ni ya hwa ma na pro essay omo wi a omo asa ka ache mo se ye ton e dia ma dia cronies Ye told Yama Achi Mafia gang. Ye told Yama their own companies. Abe rani, abe complete, omu via, omwa chafa. Obra mo Ghana for mu nyebi. 8 years in you, kwasi ampeni wuntu mi. Eti ne platform so ka share Ghana for say high. Se mutu tia Mahama, swame interchange no on complete. Na mo ba yesa glame. Ma complete. Maybe some. After all, John Dramani Mahama there or track record no of a year continuation of projects. Abebiano Mahama project bia ni ho a obeto ya wan fa ne sanka. Mo ba ye saglame 8 years ni mo hwa ma na say. Na o wi wasa betena ho wo se kankan wa motom hyehyehe aka che Ghana for say an omoto abade Mahama so am interchange no on complete. Emboa me say enkofu ye nkwasiafu da bia ya me kan mo ntiase na me ya. Say these guys are idiots. Omuni munyansa, these guys are clueless. Ye kan membu me say enkwasiafu ye ntiase. Shape compounds ahodo Mahama see ye. E blocks akwanya uyi ye nso a otu ye enima de bebre. John Dramani Mahama went about inspecting the projects. Oye hu green book edema Ghana for. Be 10 years muni obia ni ho. Wetimi asori organ ha che say ai sa green book na Mahama ye no project bi omu a enye Mahama de see ye, not even a single person. Na so nkofu be che say the performance tracker ba ye track ya che nkofu say omo awia Mahama nyuma nko a over 67. Ni anum Ghana for we ye clear cut. Once abribia ya na one of our biggest problem is ye to abaya na nipa na oba no ye ni kan so na hweye. Intia na ya dwen tie ntanta o nipa ya oba krampo no o ya na so onye ya na eno ne the most difficult part in voting. But this year no my so lucky say mampani bi ba or you tried and tested. We can go back and check Enyuma Mahama ye. We can verify the track records of John Dramani Mahama or you tried and tested leader. Na say mo ye lucky. You try no so a, you tested no so a, Mahama e passe. Na say mo ye lucky na Mahama say osaba. What is your problem? Puntu na mompe. Eya adan na mompe. Eya kwan na mompe. Eya dum so a ye solve na mompe. Sabi edie pa ne hamo. Ensuo a ye tuo e na mompe. This man Mahama I'm talking about is tried and tested. Sie nyina obi ehu obi atiase se John Dramani Mahama super competent. Ti dienti ene besi ne yet na Ghana a kire se yempene Emma John Dramani Mahama ba. I mean, think. Yenwene na yenipa o sabio yenya muwa yenwene saglame ena ye ton ye twani selewa e na sie e na ba ni aba ni se enkwase aban a Ghana for Emma won to me since 2017 ever. These people have been a pain in our progress. Almost had the Ghana konechi be 30-40 years. Enti me say yen to aba entia sankwase afui. Na John Dramani Mahama sa nyuma pawi John Dramani Mahama ensa meto aso. De he emu de he na wonti ase. After yenko to the second video.
Some major development projects in Kumasi. The Kumasi Airport will soon be able to function at night following the extension of the runway and the installation of aviation lights to aid landing. The Kumasi Shoe Factory, which had virtually gone defunct for over 3 decades, has now been revived. Napoleon Atukitu reports.
It was perhaps unacceptable for Ghana's second largest city, Kumasi, to have an airport with limited operations. The airport has for all the time of its existence operated in daytime because it had no lights on the tarmac, a safety precaution for airplanes landing in the night. The runway was short and could not accept big planes. the government is turning things around with the investment of some 800 million euros for the runway expansion works. Reports say by the end of the year, the Kumasi Airport will fully be in the position to accept large aircraft such as Boeing 737 and the like. Two small aircrafts flew from Kumasi Airport just before the president landed in Kumasi from Accra to inspect the project. The first to take off was a military jet. The second was a private commercial plane. Then the presidential jet landed. President John Mahama then inspected the extended part of the runway of what could soon become an international airport. This means flights can take off at Kumasi directly to and from any country. The president announced that there will be a new terminal building at the Kumasi Airport. The president also visited
Kumasi Airport no. Say ye chremo say John Dramani Mahama NDC abina eshasia. This is the evidence. This is the evidence. Chremo say Kumasi Airport umpo John Dramani Mahama NDC abina initiative. Mahama was so honest. Ghana for say Kumasi Airport no enye me na metu ni din international airport ekofo na yes ade no. Na embom the kind of upgrade you're not here. Ebetimi ama na fete sa international level na eni ho. Itimi ba ye no e na me imagine say the sa dia ma me upgrade se ne be ya sa edin international airport na akofo de maamo no ye betimi ahyemo kena na airport no etimi aye adwuma to den international standard. These were the words of John Dramani Mahama. So he began with the runway construction. Ufrihuana oba the new terminal no so. Aene yato ni di prempe the first international airport no. John Dramani Mahama, the loan, the money, the design, everything was there before these people came. They only came to see to it. Nothing more, nothing less than that. Ni nano John Dramani Mahama nimreso na oshansie. Mahama anka se me na metu ni di international airport wanye amfa edientia Mahama no ompe obi animunyam na ne nye ho ade a enye Mahama dia omfa ade a menua enye ono Mahama na oyeye onka se eye ono debi iti Mahama ebie mu kire Ghana for se eye kofuo na etu ni din international airport na ebom kofuo only named. He never did any construction. He only went to declare the place international airport. So John Dramani Mahama saw the need to upgrade Senebeya. Sa dina ko for the to so no. Ebetimi live up to that. These are the thoughts of a visionary leader. Mahama nka say oyi dina free so na embom o kire say ene sa dia ma men so men dia upgrade Senebeya sa din international na kofo de to so no ebetimi live up to that. This is the brain of a visionary leader. Mampenia odomo, mampenia odwen dachi, mampenia onimu nyansa sei na osedwene. Na ene Ekufuado kobia no a na o searcha Mahama mpoa. He couldn't even mention Mahama's name. Na empo otwa Mahama mpoa. Na so Mahama ebokufo din. Mahama chese kufo na etu ni din international airport now so. Na facilities are ehia se ne be ya ampa international no ebetimi edimu no na eni ho. Intimi baaye no na me be ye upgrading a building new terminal. Runway expansion se ne be ya the Boeing 787 and the Emirates and all the big planes, you know. Ibetimi alandi wo Kumasi. This was the brain of John Dramani Mahama. Se yenu bitina social media kasa ema Mahama. Nyese bia me ba ye na se bi me kan sem fon. Itu time ya o time kwa. Because se me kan Mahama ho asem a me wonyina so me provide evidence as to why I made sure say John Dramani Mahama better. He said enye abro ni baye ni jimia. Me provide evidence am dey share say John Dramani Mahama better no. Why must you hate me? Enya bro any baye enkwasiasem any jimia. Na say Ghana man and ye penny ye dia. Then let us see the positive in John Dramani Mahama. Let us see the positive in NDC. Yema Ghana for Nantia me say NDC is a much better party than the NPP. Omaye so many diabwa Ghana. And these are a few proof I'm dey chiro. Say from Kumasi Airport to Kumasi interchange to Tamale Airport to Ho Airport. No the brain of John Dramani Mahama. The initiative, the project of John Dramani Mahama and the NDC government. Enti se oye Ghanaian voter. Na se wo hu nyina na se chenchina o to abatia Mahama. Na minim nia ope. Obra wati ase se at this point se nye Mahama na ebeji Ghana for nkwa, we are in trouble. Chedantimi o. Ekua donko. Trabo so mwa hwan kum chacha o menua they can't. Mampenia obetimi ajemo Ghana for. Mampenia obetimi afighti Akufo-Addo ne baumia agitumi a save more from the hands of the wicked or no any John Dramani Mahama yento aba na Mahama ensa metwa ni nyuma paniso. Aha ena medemo ebesi midin the chairman Freemind Makram.
Nti enya dia obeto aba
meto kra na eti se wiase obi ane ne tie dada no unim ni suban de wo ba me unim ni suban eti me meto dia Mahama na mehu suban se do sitie enu ye ne ntena de wo ba ne yenim ni suban afe na afe ye de esesa begu yeti eti me de mu bisa me de ade metumi aka fa ho no